Technically, like a corner of the seventh wall would be better, but no, that's the circles work. Next guy. Here we go.
Knockback from east side. In the middle. Use knockback res. Dodge. Puddle. Freds. Dodge. Use eyes. Don't play in the puddle. East. South. Rano has the line. Light party size. Get ready to stack on your healers and dodge. Odds. Stack on your healer. Don't gap close if you want to live. I mean, you can, just, do it correctly. Raid wide.
Got it.
Buster. Nope.
Other side.
Evens. That's it, Eden. Raid wide.
I got nothing. Shower time.
Powering up. Everything is now enhanced, which means that all cleaves are double. Knockback from the west. Stay in the middle. Evens. Immediately cross when you see it go off. Back for puddles. Reds. Evens.
Go, baby.
Immediately cross when you see it go off. we wait. Use eyes. Don't play in the puddles. East. South. Cross back over after the first one goes off. Raid wide. Buster. Back up on 4. Rotate, watch for flare. Abs you have the flare, you're going to go back. Even. Ready to cross over. Cross over.
I'm not correct.
In the stack.
Hanging out over here.
Raid wide.
I got it.
Another raid wide.
Nothing.
Good investment plan.
Here we go.
Puddles. Friends. Goat, you can go all the way out if you want. We're going to have to go back to the middle in a second. Put them out here, they won't be there. Middle. Now we do this. Watch your debug. Haruki to the Haruki spot. Everyone else is getting knocked back by this. Dax.
Alright, support should be on an arrow.
Look, do your
No friends.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, we're seeing stuff now.
Rado,
Okay.
Raz, one of us.
Oh,
Am I?
Okay, so it was a big bug. Okay.
That was all the little ones going off because they weren't cleansed because
yeah,
we
that
were
was
dead.
off of our dead bodies.
Because all the
Oh,
mechanics
yeah.
still go off even if you die.
Cool beans. Okay, so
I mean, there may have been a big one that went off too. I didn't see it.
I saw somebody die.
That was me.
Okay. Is that just the health thing?
No, it was a dumbass thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the stack positions.
No.
Oh, it's yes, at a port at the arrow.
Sorry, no, it wasn't dumb. It was a smart sacrifice. I had a stack. I didn't want you to have to deal with it.
You got that, Elliot? DPS alpha. Okay. Try her again. I think that was just sloppy.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Buster.
Sure thing.
Knockback from the west. Dodge to odds. Puddle. Reds. Dodge to evens. Use eyes and don't play in the puddles. West. North.
Going to 4.
Pro tip, if you hold down your targeting key, you will immediately target the boss when he returns.
Got it.
Use eyes and check your debuff. I have the line. Light party sides. Get ready to dodge and stack on your healer. Pause.
Oh, what are you doing? Sleeping.
Raid wide.
Got it.
Buster.
I'm gonna do one of these.
Dodge to evens. Raid wide.
Nothing. Got nothing for this.
Refreshing shower. Everything is enhanced and all things are doubled. How do you know? Because he's glowing. Raid wide. Knockback from the west. Remember to stay in the middle.
Oh, come on! I had to kill that line.
Dodge to odds. We will cross immediately as soon as you see it go off.
I'm waiting for this, but adds up in a sec.
Puddles. Reds. Dodge to odds. Crossover as soon as you see it go off.
Oh, come on.
Pixels.
I got autoed. Or drop seeds.
Use eyes and don't play in the puddles. East. North. Cross back over to east as soon as it goes off. Buster. Oh. Back on the side. Puddles. Launch for flare. I have it. Even.
Yeah, boy.
Raid wide.
Got it.
More raid wide eventually.
I do not have that one.
Neither do I.
Alright, good luck.
Puddles into spreads.
Put them on the edge.
You don't have to go all the way to the edge, but as long as they're firmly on the platform, they will get crushed. Alright, we are watching our debuffs. First knockback is on Elliot. Elliot to Alpha. Everybody else, make sure you get knocked back by this. Into light party stacks. Make sure the cones face out. Both of them shot
Good.
the middle,
Yes.
which is interesting.
Thank LB, I want to see the big thing.
Oh, you're gonna see it. I was standing on other people, so it didn't.
Oh my god.
That was really big.
It looked like it was the whole map.
So what are we struggling with?
Might be
we,
like the-
we keep dying immediately every time.
That's
The parts were split between the arrow and Alpha.
I'm keeping up time, so
With aim.
I was slow to get to my stack, but I'd correct that. That's a discontinuity between how it goes off in my head and what we're actually.
that's fine. I'm just trying to make sure there's no points of confusion. If it's just execution, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, support's meeting at B.
Yes. Port stack is up B.
Okay.
EPS stack is at Alpha. ABDC. You heard it here first. Anything else? Let's do the plan. Do the thing. Although I did get a kick out of how both screens were perfectly in the middle. Got it.
Buster. The good thing, his water spit autos are physical. Knockback from the east. Even.
Already the Bravo. Spread the spot.
Ah. Use eyes and don't play in the puddles. West. South.
Oh wait, okay, we're here. Got it.
Avery has the line. Light party size. Be ready to dodge, cleave, and stack with your healers. Even.
Got it.
Buster. Do not vote, Abs. Do not vote.
I already did.
Odd.
We are number one.
Remember, the way that mechanic works is the person targeted with the arrow above their head is the initial target. All mechanics are now enhanced. All cleaves are now doubled. Must be dodged twice.
Got it.
Knockback from the east. Odd. Cross immediately when it goes off.
Bravo.
Freds. Remember, these puddles stick around, so try not to put them in the safe spots. Odds. Cross as soon as it goes off. Use eyes and don't play in the puddles. This one has 4 dives. East.
3 dives.
North. Cross back over once the first one goes up. And then the secret 4th one goes on.
Got it.
Buster, vote. Gonna be the stack soon.
4. So where? Nice stack.
I have it. Odds.
Keep going. Number 1.
Oh, it's way over there.
Bastard.
Because you gotta cross over every time. And if you're going all the way out to 1, you're gonna die. There's a very easy solution to this. It's literally the same as when we're in the middle.
Got it. That's perfectly poorly timed.
to say that differently, the cleaves are the same every single time, regardless of the shape of the arena. Huddles into spreads. Back in the middle. You need to check your debuffs. Oops. Knockback is on Yvette. Remember, we're going into the stacks after this. Into the stacks. Cones, remember to face out. I still went through the middle. Avery was definitely facing south.
Oh.
See ya. Oh, hey, it still exploded. It's very big. Oh, hey, look, cleaves.
Rude.
So, are the cones earth shakers?
No.
What? Do you know how earth shakers work?
I'm pretty sure I'm facing the side.
Well,
East towards
Earthshakers
north.
come from the boss and make a cone towards you. These were cones that came out of the players, but they didn't face the way that the characters faced.
So Avery was facing this way, and it shot us in the middle. Shot out of his back.
Alice.
So does it spit out of your butt?
No. Mine shot south.
Did it?
Yeah, I got
Mine
It
shot
looked like
south
they
too.
crisscrossed together.
Both of them went through the middle.
Yeah.
It did look like they both went to the middle. I don't remember how this works.
I know
So,
how it
are they
works, but
tail
I'm not gonna
swipes?
tell you.
That's what I said initially.
Which way was the north person facing?
East,
Where did it go?
south.
So, is it a tail swipe?
No.
Okay, so how does it work?
Is it an earth shaker?
Do you know how earth shakers
Earthshakers
work?
go from boss to the marked person, but this goes from the marked person to something. It's already not an Earthshaker.
Is it from cone to cone? They're aiming at each other.
Oh. But then they both die. Wait, what?
I don't know. Maybe it cleanses its own thing. I'm not sure. I was checking how much damage people took. The sweeping does. Let's see. Problem is that I think people have a magic thrown at that time from stat. So
That
okay,
is correct.
so the
You had a magic
sweeping
roll,
does.
and it did 33 KD.
Yeah.
And the magic bomb
So
comes from where?
32K is the stacks, the party stacks.
Okay. So,
Do
how do you avoid that?
Don't do in the stack. So if we had the DPS stack at Alpha, if we had the support stack at Delta, and we had the cones at Bravo, doing like rock, paper, scissors or something. Can we try that to see what happens? I'm just curious to see what the cones do. That way the cones don't have the Volms, or the magic down, whatever, but damage thing, magic Volm. And
I have no idea what you just. What do you want?
Okay.
What are we trying?
I want the in reverse order. The cones are at Bravo.
Okay. Are they
everyone else
facing a
that is
particular
DPS?
direction?
Apparently it doesn't matter.
Just hit the boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I would rather that. I'd rather both of the cones hit the boss at Bravo.
Okay.
And if we fry the DPS stack, then we know that it's actually directional.
Do
And if
we
it-
want them to stack on top of each other? Do we want them to spread out a little bit?
No, I think both at Bravo.
Right.
Sure, you know what?
You want them tightly stacked on Bravo or just loosely on Bravo?
I want the DPS on the left side of Bravo, and the support on the right side of Bravo. There you go, like this.
Okay.
Okay.
And then tag.
So that's the cones after the
That's the
knockback during the stacks.
Correct. So the cones are not in the stacks. Does that make sense to everyone? Other than that, everything's the same.
Well, the support stack is now at Delta, right? Not at Bravo.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone else? Okey pokey.
Good check.
Ooh. 6 minutes. Good shout, Ricky.
Knockback from the west. Make sure to stay in the middle. Odd.
I didn't get knocked back. What's up with that?
Shields.
That's super weird. Oh! Hello.
Find that on the photo.
Because you got fully shielded?
Even.
You don't take damage, you don't get a knockback.
Oof. Kind of cool.
Use eyes. Don't play in the bugs. East. North.
Cool guy too over here doing a move. Got it.
And
Time for debuffs. The winner is me.
You know.
Light party size. Ready to dodge and stack on your healer. Even.
Going south team.
Raid wide.
Got it.
Buster. Smoke. Dodged.
We're at one.
Odds. Raid wide.
Nothing. I'm just perfectly missing that timing. I got 2 seconds left on my divine.
Man, it'd be a shame if we had two tanks that could both mitigate raid wides.
If only.
Only you didn't have to do all of them.
If only.
Raidway.
I got it.
Knockback from the east.
It'd also be pretty crazy, you know, to have tank busters mitigated.
I mean,
Odd,
do
odd.
that.
Are you ready to cross immediately? Cross. Somebody's too fast over here.
Oh, come on.
Somebody's too slow over here. He's about to die to autos.
I had a toe in the line.
Wow. Delicious.
Dodge. Even. Cross.
Can't place that in her.
Use eyes, don't play in the puddles.
Yes.
West. South. Cross back over after the first one goes off. Raid wide. Buster, rope. Something about doing a thing that involves moving.
Go to 4.
That's on me. Even.
What damage? Lol.
Raid wide. My
Got it.
missionary will still cover this. I'll get the next one. Puddles into spreads. We go out and then we go back in.
Forwards and back.
Kind of. More like out and in. Sometimes that's the same thing. Alright, check your debuffs. Knockback is on Elliot.
Everyone to Alpha.
After this, you'll get into stacks, or if you have cones, you'll go to Bravo.
What?
One of the cones shot back, and one of the cones shot forward.
The healer LB3.
Uh-oh. I have big thing.
Okay, so what do we fuck up? Because there's a lot on all 9. Can you not get hit by 2 of the wave? I effectively got hit by 2 all 999s.
What? Okay. So, if you get hit by max damage, that means that you can't get hit by that attack. Oh, the
Maybe it
little
was
little
people that
explosions,
detonated.
those are not supposed to happen, but they weren't cleansed,
Okay.
so they go off. And they always go off on corpses, so if someone dies, they are a bomb.
Okay, so maybe that's what that was.
But before that, what did people die to?
I saw that were both of the cones at Bravo?
Yeah,
was
They
to
were
the
they were
right
pretty
of
close to
Bravo.
Bravo. Yes.
Okay. Because they definitely, one of them in towards Delta.
And the other one went towards Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, one went back and one went forward. But why?
Elliot's theory could fit.
That's Elliot's thing.
Do you think it fires at the
With the
people who have
way.
the lines?
Or it could be firing at the stacks. I don't know what to do with that though.
Well, why would it?
They can't hit the
Why would it
stacks
fire at the
because
stacks?
stacks have
Right?
magic bomb.
Yeah. Also, the
easiest
whole
way-
the stacks. Yeah, stacks get magic foam. So if anybody on the stack gets hit, they might die. Also, I think some people just died
Remember
to
where
the
the heck you
stacks
fire.
straight up.
The easiest way to figure out how it maybe works might be putting people in corners and then having like a line down the middle. I don't know. That was a thought.
Is it targeting for this player?
It seems to be targeting someone because it keeps taking out all the groups. We're stacked up. So
Well-
all we see is these huge stacks being taken
So
out.
okay,
hold
so
on. One other
what did
thing
we
I
learn
noticed
from the
is-
previous? What did we learn from the previous experiment? Right, the cones were on Bravo. One shot backwards, one shot forwards.
That
Why
it
would
is
why
not-
would they do that?
well, it's not directional based on the player that has the code.
Right, but we learned that from a poll before that. So what did we learn from the last poll?
Yeah, they
They're
might
not
just
targeting
always
each other.
fire forward or back.
No, they're not targeting
But
each
how would
other.
you know that? They almost never put mechanics in this game where you cannot tell what they're doing. How would you know where it's gonna fire?
Could be towards the other wave, but only north-south, or towards something, but only north-south.
Well, so let's go through possible theories, right? So, theory number one is they could be firing at the waves, right? So the waves are currently in the stack. One of the people that was in the stack died to the stack. They took 28,000 damage, and they only have 26,000 health.
Okay.
Proximity.
Okay, proximity. If it's proximity, it can't be closest because the two cones were standing close together, so and it
Right.
didn't target each other. So it would have to be
Farther away. Or
okay. So if
farthest away.
it's proximity, then the cones would have to target farthest away, which would mean
That, I mean, that would make the stacks silly, wouldn't it? You have to. The cones attack targeting the farthest away, and they're always going to target the opposite stack. That doesn't make sense to me.
well, how
they'll
could you
always
how
target.
could you control what they target?
Somebody made it.
Bait.
And who is good at baiting things?
Abs.
Better question, who is available to bait things, right? So like in the previous examples we've had, who has gotten codes?
One healer, one DPS.
And has it always been a healer and a DPS?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
that
don't think
leaves
Never got me down. Yeah.
okay, so that leaves DPS and tanks available to bait.
Oh, so then if we move the stacks the way that it is now, we move the DPS stack to Bravo, and then the support stack to Delta. Maybe if we made that gap a little smaller, and then we sent the, I don't know, the wave, which seems to always be on a tank, question mark, to Charlie and the wave that is always in the DPS to the far north to past Alpha.
What is? Sorry. What? Why are we talking about waves?
I was
I'm
making
confused.
them somebody that we could be farthest away.
Why are we having waves bait?
Or was in farthest proximity. Maybe I didn't understand.
So we were talking about who's available, right?
Yep.
So there are some DPS and some and all tanks are available. And then we also have the stacks. And the stacks, for all intents and purposes, go off at the same time. And the people getting hit by the cone can't be in the stacks because they get a magic full. Except tanks can kind of do it, but not really. So how do you set up the stacks knowing that they are also on a random healer and a random DPS so far?
So if we did the same thing there with DPS stack at Bravo, support stack at Delta.
Also,
And then
this is a stupid question, of course, but if I'm at Delta as a tank, can I hit the boss?
No, but
Is there
I'm not
anywhere in the world that I can stand and be in a stack and still hit the boss?
Yeah, I mean, you could be at Bravo if you wanted to.
Also, there are 2 cones, right? So 2 people have to be furthest away.
Yep. In my
They
head,
have to
I
be
think-
uniquely furthest away from a specific cone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know the specific cone part, but in my head, if there was a cone that was sitting at Bravo, and there was a tank that was north of, so past Alpha, they would be farthest away from, or no, I guess maybe not, it would cross. Anyway, I'll explain my theory. So Bravo would blast the north tank, and the support stack at Delta, there would be a tank at Charlie, and then the Delta cone would blast tank at Charlie.
Would it?
No, it was past the tank north, and then the Bravo would blast Charlie. That's where my theory fell apart. But, I mean,
Right. So how do you guarantee that they can be furthest away? How does distance work?
Have everyone else stack.
A squared plus
Okay,
B
let
squared.
me point something out, right? You're putting everything in the middle in a line. We have all of this space. All of this.
So something that we had talked about before was having the stacks be like side by side, and the question was like, well, do we have enough room? I'm pretty confident the answer is yes, we do have enough room to put the stacks side by side. They don't have to be one in front and one behind.
I mean,
So that should
let's
kind of
say
open up a second dimension.
let's say for the sake of argument, the stacks are the size of 4 smaller square tiles, right? So you're like 1, 2, 3, 4. Essentially half of what we have. We have 2 of those.
So if we had I don't know, DPS at D and support at G, silent D for support, and then we had 1 tank. I'm not going to move markers here. I mean,
Which tank?
Hold on. Okay. Alright, so let's see. The stacks are at DPS is at Delta. The support are at Bravo. No, so we would.
Which support? You're just saying the support, like all of the supports, or the support with the stack?
Stack marker. The stack people, rather.
Yeah.
Okay, so DPS stack is on Delta. D for DPS. Support stack is on Bravo. Because they're all, I don't know. I got nothing for that one. Okay. And then what are we doing about the cones?
I mean, we could literally have one tank at Charlie and invuln and take both cones. And that would have 4 DPS in the stack and 3 support in the stack.
I'm down. I got all the combinations now.
Okay, so who's doing that?
Go Abs.
Which tank is doing that? And when are they doing it? Are there any additionals to that?
It would probably be the tank that has the big circle, right?
Also, extra stupid question. Why at Charlie?
Because that's where Charlie is. I mean,
Yeah, but like,
extra
what if I
stupid
wanted
answer.
to hit the boss? What if
Too bad you're a tank.
what if my invuln is called Living Dead and I need to hit the boss to save my ass?
It sounds like maybe you're not the tank for Charlie. I mean, you could be at Alpha if you feel better that way. You could, or rather, not at Alpha. You could be the farthest north.
I mean, why
If
would
you
Alpha
are-
be a problem? Everybody else is in stacks.
I don't know how big the circle is because you killed me last time.
The circle doesn't go off for a while. I don't know why we're talking about the circle. The circle
Okay.
doesn't go off until the end of the mechanic. The big circle is not part of this equation.
Okay. I would say that based on triangles, the distance between Delta and Bravo as positioned is greater than the distance between Delta, Bravo, to Alpha.
Yeah.
So you have furthest north.
How about 1 and 4 instead, or close to them?
We're not really using 3 or 4, or 3 or 2, are we? Yeah, let me just mess all this up. There we go. Okay.
Well, you said
Oh,
we're
it could
assuming
work.
that the circles are 4 tiles wide, right? So
I was just
you
that
can
was just
also
an example. I don't know how big they actually are.
Yeah.
I was just saying if they were.
like we could put them there and there.
No, that's okay. Where I had it was fine. At least this is where the left and right sides are being destroyed.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying if you
Is
put
that-
them closer together, then it becomes easier to get A farther away. That's what I was trying to do.
Also,
Yeah, I just didn't know how
note
big the-
like
It's-
we don't need a marker. There are lines on the floor. Don't need a marker to stand on.
Oh, no, I get that. I think it's easier for consistency purposes to have the markers for folks.
I mean, sure, but then what is
recognize
Alpha
this is
even
easier
for right
map.
now? What is Alpha even doing?
Alpha would be if you are the party and you're going to be hit by the wall knockback, you should be at Alpha. Because the wall knockback should be at 3.
Do we need a spot to stand to be knocked back?
I don't. This is more for consistency for the party.
So
Yeah, I'm not really sure what
knockback-
you're going
The
for.
knockback is on 3, right?
Yeah,
We can just stand in front of the marker. We don't need another marker.
I mean, yeah. As long as people aren't getting killed by it.
I mean, does anybody need a marker to stand on for where to get knocked back from? If you do, it's fine. I'm just asking.
I think it made it a little easier for folks that are not on autopilot, but need the or
That's why I'm asking. Does anybody want a marker to stand on for where to get knocked back from?
all right. I will say yes for abs, even though it's maybe not the case.
Okay, then we'll
There
put
we
it in
go.
there, I guess.
That's her. Good old
So-
3A.
Currently, 3 is actually farther from B and B. Messed with your markers a little bit. I actually tried to put them back, but I think I messed up putting them back. And now I'm noticing it from my map. 3 is actually farther now.
Yep. I see that. I mean,
So
we could just-
then we could probably do your strat.
I'll be RB.
I have no further questions.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, I'll go to Charlie if that's what we want, but I'm just noting I'm gonna need the healers to save me.
This is oh no, rescue was introduced in Stormblood, I think, actually. So
The rescue
like
is not
they
what
were-
I'm worried about. My health is what I'm worried about. I cannot
Oh,
hit
the
the
health.
boss from Charlie. I cannot heal myself from Charlie. And I am going to die if I don't get healed.
I have a lot of free resources actually, so it's not really an issue. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Like, there are many solutions to the problem. I think you're trying to like fish for more efficient ones. I don't
I'm just
personally
trying
know how
to
much
get
it matters
people to think
either
about
way.
uptime a little bit. It doesn't matter for this fight at all. I'm trying to get people to think about it. And I'm also trying to get people to think about resources that exist, right? Like, if I use Living Dead, I don't have it for later, but also, the way Living Dead works, I need to be able to heal myself. If I can't heal myself, then the healer has to spend resources to save me.
One thing that's awkward about it is usually the person that is asking for the uptime is usually the one who would suggest the strategy to improve the uptime. But in this case, you're trying not to spoil the puzzle.
I mean, my for all
I
you
think
know,
we pretty much
my
have it.
solution to the puzzle doesn't actually care about uptime.
Perhaps we try crossing the beams.
I mean, that's already the plan, is it not?
That is currently the plan, I think. We have one tank go as far as possible, and then they take both the beams.
Ready.
Okay, just so I'm clear, what tank is doing it? Are you always doing it, or are we having the one with the big circle do it?
Those one with the big circle doing it.
Okay, so big circle tank goes to Charlie after the first time.
Big circle tank and then the 3. I guess
Oh, we're doing 3 now.
I think Charlie is still doing it. It's not needed. Like we're doing the 3 strat. So I think we need to reach the second or something like that. Yeah. Okie dokie. Tick-tock clock. Food check.
50 seconds.
Mitigating. I feel like it does more damage when I mitigate. Obviously, how that works, but it really feels that way.
Knockback from East. Odd. It's not very helpful.
Okay, it's just been too long since we had a pull.
Spreads. Even. East. About. Check your debuffs. On bow, if you have it, feel free to try knockback resist for fun. Light party size. You're ready to dodge and stack on your healers.
We're going to one.
Odds.
Leads.
Both.
So we're going south here.
Even. Raid wide.
Shower?
Yes, sir.
Raid wide. Knockback from west. Odd. And go across. Spreads. Even. Ready to cross. Here's eyes, don't touch the ball. West. North. East. Raid wide. Buster.
On the 4.
Flare. Me.
On the 1.
Raid wide, but my thing will last. Fine though, let's get the next one.
Oh wait, no.
Spreads, and then back in the middle after. Middle.
Now we go here.
Yeah.
Knockback is on a bed.
Alright.
Party sides, abs to the back. Oh, the front, whatever.
Oh, okay. I didn't join the party. Have that. Or,
I don't know what comes next. Oh yeah.
We all die, that's what goes
Okay.
next.
I thought it was back then forth, not forth then back.
okay, so I did actually need to go to Charlie then.
Why?
So I got knocked off by the second.
You had a ton of time before that was coming off. You didn't need to, that has nothing to do with the blame. We just didn't, there was no call out, nobody knew what was going on when the first line went off.
I think it worked up to the.
Right,
I mean,
but
were
you didn't,
there any
you-
deaths
that-
at the first wall?
where you were does not matter for the line. The line doesn't go off for another 10 seconds after you are hit. Or not 10 seconds, 6 seconds for the first one.
No, I get that. Yeah. So I mean, we were successful in. I took both of the beams.
Yep.
Then after the beam is resolved, what's the next mechanic that goes off?
The next
Is it
line,
the
the
wave?
first line. Yes, first wave.
Okay. All right. So after I get hit by, or after the big circle,
Where is the first wave going? Because they just stood in the middle and knocked all of us off.
oh well, I mean, then I guess that was a mistake because the first wave should be at 3, party should be at alpha to knock party towards center. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I forgot about the Haruki lockout.
That's the first one. We don't care about that. That's over. We already did that.
We did it right.
Okay.
We did everything up to that point correctly.
Yes.
It's just the knockbacks after everything.
Yeah, I think it's just execution. We have the plan. We just needed to do it.
Right. I'm just asking where the first line is supposed to go to make sure that everybody knows where the first line is supposed to go. Because on that pole, the line didn't move and we all died.
First line should be at 3, party should be at Alpha.
Okay.
Okay. I'll save these markers. Or beautiful
Alrighty.
markers.
You done for the night, Avery?
That's a yes.